Here is an overview of your solar system. Every system will vary depending on the characteristics of the location of where it is installed, so your system may vary slightly. Solar systems work on priorities. Here in the UK, we generally set the system up as follows. Priority 1 is your home load. Once your home loads are covered, if there is excess production, this goes to priority 2. Priority 2 is the battery if you have one. The excess will continue to flow to the battery until it is at 100%. At this point, the excess production goes to priority 3. Priority 3, as standard, is sent back to the grid. There are other options, but I won't go into them here. Let's start at the solar panels. These are most likely on your roof. These produce DC power from photons in sunlight. The DC current travels down the cables towards the inverter. You may or may not have DC isolators, as these are mainly for maintenance purposes. At the centre of the system is the inverter. This is the brains of the system. Here, your DC power is switched between the priorities and converted to and from AC and DC. Near your inverter will be your battery if you have one. Between the inverter and the battery might be a battery isolation point. Some batteries have these integrated into them. DC current flows both ways between and from the inverter, depending whether the battery is charging or discharging. Back to the inverter, AC current, shown in red, flows from the inverter to a local isolator. This can be used as a safety device to switch off and isolate the system in case of emergency or maintenance. Between the isolators is a generation meter, not to be confused with an import-export meter. This measures total generation. In most instances, these are no longer required, but are still generally installed. Depending on your installation, you may or may not have this second AC isolator. These can also be used as a safety device to switch off your system and isolate it in case of emergency or maintenance. From here, the AC current flows to your distribution board via a new circuit and around your house or back to the grid. A CT clamp is installed around your main incoming tails and controls the flow out to the grid.